What's up, guys? It's Fett. I'm the Manchester Major Champion as a pro Siege coach. I also coached Jinxie in the Sunday Roller Tournament last weekend. And today I'll be going over my best and worst timeouts in Pro League. Whether I'm behind the players on stage or not, the timeout is the only time during a pro game that the coach can talk to the players. So today we'll be going over those timeouts, seeing what I said that was good or bad, and seeing what exactly led my players to victory or even sold us games at times. Let's get started. The first one we're going to be breaking down is against SSG in the North America League. So we're down 3-5. They just went up 5-3 on us, and this is when I decided to call a timeout. Let's take a listen.
Just talk about what's in front of you, and then if it's a problem, just let me know.
All right, boys. Yeah, listen. First things first, we gotta wake up. Second things second, we gotta calm the fuck down. Okay, I'm seeing too much jittery movement and too many solo shit and too many over rotations and too much sprinting around. All right, we can calm down, take it slow. Our pacing has been very good. We haven't run out of time yet. All right. Yeah. I want pianos over on everything, and I want us to take our fucking time and pick out one kill at a time. These guys have really shitty setups. They have really easy kills. The only thing to look out for is the C4s when we're going piano over. All right. They're going to go probably basement or bar this round, so we can either work the Shiko plant or the Monty roam clear down into the bunker plant. All right. I want us to take our fucking time the whole round and 3, 2, 1 something together in the middle of the round. Okay. Right now, we just need to wake up and play proper siege. These guys have really shit setups. If we 3, 2, 1, I promise you we could smoke these guys out of their setups. They're going to over rotate. They sprint too much, okay?
We could also start abusing the Monty too if we want to like walk by him or some shit.
So there's two components of this timeout, right? One is the mental reset component, and the other is the strategical component. So obviously mental resetting, I told them to calm down, take a breath, slow down, take the entire round, and don't get too jittery. Obviously, that's, pretty basic stuff. But the exciting part of my timeouts, I think, is the strat calls. We're going into our attack hev. Our plan was to bring this Capital Gridlock Grim to kind of use the flames, use to bounce off the nades, bounce off the gridlocks, and shoot bees in order to nuke out this person in cocktail bar, right? And as you can see later in this round, this ends up working out horribly for us. So as you can see, their cocktail player, Ashen, is actually getting fired, gridlocked, naded. It's all going to our plan, but he's just absolutely demolishing us. He hits this crazy clip on us. He jumps out, shoots the claymore midair. It's just not going in our favor. So clearly this team is very comfortable against that cocktail take I was just describing, which is what we also start off doing the next round as well, and also end up losing. So within that portion of the timeout, I switch our team over to doing piano side takes to kind of keep the team away from the cocktail side of the map. But I think the number one thing called during this timeout was that if they go basement, we're going to be doing our Monty roam clear. The idea of this is to basically full clear the top 4 with the Monty, then drop the Monty through the hatch and walk him behind this little bar right here in order to plant the bomb. And as you can see right here, taking our sweet time really works out for us. We're just working the vert for the entire round, and we're able to find 2 completely free picks off of it. And the strat pretty much goes flawlessly in our favor. We take our time, we get our free picks, and then we walk the Monty to the plant spot, and then we get a pretty decisive round victory. I think the biggest thing that showed us was how we're able to abuse the Monty now. So as you can see right here, the very next round, we called going Monty again. We're once again going from the piano side of the map. So this side of the map is not like what you're looking at. On the opposite side is the part of the map we were going for to cocktail at the beginning of the match. And right here is like we're coming from piano side. Like this is still piano side of the map. It's working out while we're getting this free plant down with the Monty. And then this round is pretty decisive as well. We just pretty much kill them off all their angles. So at this point, it evens out to 5-5. And this is where SSG calls their timeout. And this is where something that I'm pretty proud of doing comes in, which I like to call counter timeouts. So around this time, the North America League was actually doing listen-ins to the coach timeouts in every single game right before this week, I think. And because of that, I was listening to every single coach's timeouts. I was studying their timeouts so that when their coach called a timeout, I'd get counter and predict what they were going to say in order to create our own counters to that and get free rounds off of that. Take a listen.
Yeah, I do think we keep abusing the Monty. Low-key, what I think we could do this round, I think they're going to play to counter our piano take. So I think we show all the pressure for a cocktail take, and we hit the mining rush if you want. I don't know about their basement pressure. If they do have a pulse or any sort of like hard plant denial, I think like hard info, hard plant denial, I don't think we do it. I think we just go for like a default counter. But if we run something default, then the top floor setup, guys, is shit. I think we actually fast walk down bar on it as long as we have some sort of pillar pressure preventing them from C4ing us. Okay. That's the biggest thing. Watch out for the C4s. Drone out where their C4s are, and then just run at these guys top or if it's default. If not, if they run something that's like hardware piano hold, fake the fucking like cocktail, wait, pull the runouts, and then go for a rush on the plant. Okay.
So yeah, SSG is a team that notoriously heavily strategically adjusts in order to counter what you were doing previously within the game. But like I predicted in the timeout, they're going to start countering our piano takes that I called in the last timeout and start doing a heavy piano hold. So they're going to castle off this smoke inside the box. He's going to smoke off and deny red drop, and then we're going to have the Azami over here, Azamiing stuff off, laying down her domain within piano itself. So the take I called was still a piano side rush, but it had diffuser starting off on the opposite side of the map to try to create pressure, open up those windows, and pull their eyes to the other side so we had more space to work our push. And then as you can see, we're abusing the Monty again. It's working perfectly. We're getting into this corner, and the idea of the take is the Monty plants here. We have people covering here. Spirits is off in Narnia covering out this cross in the hallway. And yeah, you can see Spirits is just here, covering the plant. We're able to start getting the plant off pretty perfectly with someone on this window late, and we're able to win the round pretty handily. Granted, they do, SSG is known for having like a double jump out strat when they do hold piano heavier. Like right here, you see them literally double hopping out. That's how they retake against this. But luckily enough, we were able to, still win out this round with Sean being able to deny both the jump back ins from inside the building. Kind of crazy round to watch back, actually. And then this last round, they were running back the kitchen site, but this time they were actually bringing the Echo and the Clash to counter our Monty pick this time. This is an entirely separate highlight for me. I just want to highlight our in-game leader, Hot and Cold's call mid-game in order to bring us this round victory.
The Echo drone is me like white side. I'm just saying garage, Matt.
What we're going to change this round is we're going to kill the VIP guy, okay, boys?
So, brilliant call out of Matt. As you can see the outlines right there, we literally have a Clash and someone else waiting to kill this Monty together off of Echo drones, off of stunning the Monty. If we went for a plant, we would have pretty much guaranteed lost the round. So Matt makes a crucial adjustment of, as opposed to going for the plant, we're first going to clear out their players that are unsupported by the Echo drones first, and then win out the round. And that's exactly what happens. We, walk at this guy. He doesn't have to Clash to support him. That guy gets fried. Because of that, we're able to take bar control over here, and we're pretty much able to just, pretty flawlessly flood through the site in order to get us this victory. So yeah, one of my favorite called games between me and Matt, where I kind of didn't call too many rounds ahead, but we bounced out and created ideas such as the Monty and the piano side takes and going slower, so that the players could use them to call their own things going forward to win out the rest of the game. Really, really nicely done by the entire team in general. So the next set of timeouts is against PSG Talon in the Swiss stage of the Manchester Major. Basically, whoever won this game was going to the main stage, and whoever lost is going home. So super high stakes, and I really like my placement of the timeout within this game. Let's take a listen to the first one, which happened after we won to get back the 4-4 even split against PSG Talon. Fabian called this timeout, and let's see what I have to say.
Yeah, no more dry picks on this breakdoor guy, okay? No more single to, we need to, they want the one, so let's go together. Everyone wait for a link up and info before we go together. Make sure we're getting that east and dome camp set up early. We didn't have that camp early. That camp's dead, absolutely vital if one of us dead. We can win a 4v5 if we just have those cams on their swings, okay? They're going to do a pace change up. They're either going to get way more aggro or way more safe. Take the first minute of the round to determine that, to see if they're giving up all their map control and bunkering or not. If they give up all their map control, go for a minimal plant, all right, whatever it is. If they go vents or something, right, or the east, right, or like bathroom east minimal, vents, armory minimal. If they give up all the map control, if they don't give them map control, just play like absolute pussies and get a 3-2-1 together swing on someone, and then we kill them, okay?
Heard. Let's go, boys.
Keep this shit up, bro. East until it fails us, bro.
So on the stage, I like to bring a notebook with me, and in this notebook, I have like the last night's every single map the enemy teams played worth of prep on here in order to call timeouts off of, the notes I have written on how they respond to their own coaches' timeouts to try to break them. Problem was, they never played border before. This team never played border before until this match, so I was calling a very fundamental timeout here, right? Make sure we're getting our drones in the right spots, not dying into this guy of cheese, and I did call the strats I intended to call in the future anyways. But you heard Gunnar say right there, I mean, the east take was working for us this entire game. We were down 2-4, and we were doing this east take over here, which is literally just taking top east, the east staircase over here on border, and that literally wins us one attack. As you can see, we're doing the same take again like the next round, and it wins us another attack, which prompts Fabian to call his timeout. So right here, after that timeout is called, we're going for another East take. So once again, we're trying to take this part of the map, but this time it fails. As you can see on our entry, we get absolutely slammed. Yeah, right after this, we lose the round, and I immediately call a timeout to follow this round loss right after Fabian's timeout, literally a round ago, just because I remembered something in my notes after watching that East take.
All right, yeah, boys. No more fast entry kills, all right? They're a cheese team, so they're going to expect the cheese, so they're going to, like, counter our cheese every time. They're giving us a lot of control that we can do for our plants, okay? So if they go back vents, I just want us starting the east pressure, and then trying to work over. If they give up CC, we take armory, and then we plant the bomb on the vents, okay?
Sure.
And then if they go armory, I want us to do the let's start east pressure again. Let's do full armory ISO, okay? Like the DZ armory ISO. Take our really long time. Matt, play like an absolute pussy downstairs because they're gonna power you, okay? That's the next 2 rounds plan, and then go off of the info we get out that, and then last round, very last round, if we win the next 2, we can throw in a really blazing fast cheese, okay?
Okay.
Blazing fast rush last round if we win 2.
So yeah, the main point of that timeout was to flip our takes from the east side of the map to the armory side of the map. So why is that? Well, because I remembered in my notes that PSG Talon, you know, I would study exactly how teams responded to their coaches' timeouts. PSG Talon responds by adjusting the tiny part of the map that they like to hold to be more aggressive or less aggressive, or switch around their hold to be more or less extended. So we just did east takes against them for 2 rounds. They're going to put more resources onto east. As you can see, they have the Azami literally starting east this round, and last round I completely demolished us. So this round I flipped us over to the other side of the map. I said to start east pressure to make them feel like we're doing it so that they pull all their bodies here, but actually we're gonna focus our bodies over onto the armory side. For the vent site, what does that mean? That means we take armory control, we clear this out, and then we can just go for plant under the armory in vents. And so as you can see, we shoot a fire at the half wall onto the vert that they can't, you know, they can't really deny plant from anymore. And then, you know, throughout the round, we're ready to start going for this plant, right? So at this point, we've essentially taken armory control. We have a person up here holding it. We're getting the bomb down. And this round does get a bit scary because, you know, they managed to hit some absolutely disgusting shots on us above and below. But Spirits, thankfully, is able to run back to the site here and deny the plant and win the round. So strategically, they almost clutched up on us, but strategically we had a huge upper hand from this armory side clear. And then this round over here, we're once again doing the armory side clear. So as you can see, we have an armory player, we have another player, you know, there's almost no one east side. We're focusing entirely on this side of the map. And yeah, we have like a guy over here. He can cut this off. There's a buck underneath to kill anyone, you know, behind half wall or around the sandwich area. We have 2 players covering armory side. Diffuser's going to get on the sandwich pro. And it's literally like a full armory clear. And as you can see, we take our sweet time. You know, we're getting all the picks we need to get. We're able to get in, and we're able to just plant the bomb and pretty handedly take this round. Last round we actually switched back to the east minimal, so this is you know, the IGL's call, you know, once it's a couple rounds away from the coach timeout, you know, I'm no longer able to speak. You know, the team makes the great decision to, as opposed to going for another armory clear or a rush, they just go for a default east minimal. It starts off pretty bad for us, but we're able to recover the bomb, refrag this guy, you know, in here between the stalls, and then just get the bomb down again, and then pretty handedly just win this round out for ourselves. And what I really like about this timeout is that I called the timeout right after Fabian, so I feel like, you know, domain expanding. Like, he calls this timeout, we lose a round, I immediately call it, and we win the next 3 rounds, and they have no more timeouts to go off of. Obviously, that last round was the player's call, and, you know, that's really good on them, but also it was really, you know, valiant of the players, you know, and really risky, honestly, to trust me on flipping the calls over to Armory back during that point in the map, because you can even hear it in Gunner's comms right here.
Matt,
Let's just
we
keep-
just
let's
don't
just
want to
keep
do an
pump
east take
faking.
for armory?
Let's just keep pump faking these guys.
East has
Are
been
we sure we want to
amazing.
change? Like, shit.
I don't know.
Nah.
I mean, I'm not with you guys, so
They're
it's
giving it, like,
literally all. It's
The only
bad.
reason why we could have just east side and won the round. Like, they're not.
Why
I don't
didn't
know
we?
if I want to do an armory
Hey,
ISO
workshop?
against their entire team right now.
So from the player's perspective, pre-timeout, they were giving us east for free, but as you can see, they actually did shift to a heavier east hold, and we took the gamble of flipping to Armory side as a read of them doing this heavier east hold, and it paid off in spades for us. So yeah, that's why I really like that timeout right there. Very overall well played from us. So now we're going to go on to analyze some of my bad timeouts, some of the timeouts that I just straight up like sell my team on. We're going to realize what I did wrong, the mistakes I did in these timeouts. So this is going to be our game versus FaZe FaZe #1 out of Brazil, and this was phase 2. So not the playoffs game, but the first game that we played against them, and we actually lost. Let's see what I do wrong. When we went up in attack, a 5-4 against them, and then we end up they end up calling a timeout. Let's see what I have to say.
These guys are probably gonna 90% all our rest of the pushes. Okay, they're probably gonna bring a lot of util to like slow us down and waste time and layer, and then play probably Solus and Valk to deny our plants. Yeah, because we're going for plants. They're gonna play full plant denial on us. If that does happen, listen. If that does happen, I want us to actually like full hunt these guys, okay? Like show the roam clear and get the pressure to get them layer off, but then fully hunt them below, above, depending on where their plant denial is, with map fake the plant denial, okay? But like drone out their ops. Their ops tell you their plan. I want full pings. Just this round. Full pings. All right, just to see their op lineup. Their op lineup will tell you exactly what game plan they're gonna go for against us. Okay.
All 4 of you stack then, besides me. Okay.
All right, call where you're stacking, okay, boys?
The mistake I made was essentially overestimating them in terms of how much they're going to switch up. I thought FaZe at the time was a very, very counter-strat heavy team, so I thought what they were going to do, knowing that the type of execute we went on their team last time, was instead of fully extending above like they did, I thought they were going to put the Valk or Nasolis underneath here to try to play plant denial below for the entire round, because I thought they would just like fully counter us, which was, lack of preparation from my end and studying how they respond to timeouts. So as you can see, Zach takes below here with the demos, just like I said, but there's really nothing, and this round actually goes very, very poorly for us. Matt gets a down here, but overall we go down crazy in man numbers, and it actually gets down to a 2v4, and Spears and Diffuser actually end up miraculously winning this round out of just like sheer willpower, I guess. But overall, like strategically, you could see like we were definitely on the lower hand. So definitely very, very poor timeout call by me, but we go up to 6-4 here, and FaZe take a pretty darn decisive round back from us on Office, and this leads to the second mistake that I made in terms of timeouts this game, from which I learned a huge valuable lesson that would actually end up winning us the major. Well, let's go ahead and take a listen.
Alright boys, they can either run back
T, barbecue, or master. Yeah.
They can play master. I want us just doing our default slow as shit and just set up for plant. They're giving us plant for free, okay? Stop playing. Just don't play kill at all on these guys. Yeah, just keep suffocating, playing plant, okay? They will start moving late round. That's the biggest thing. We will be killing them. I'm gonna be real. I'm fine if all our kills on them are in the last 15 seconds. We can depending on the site, bring a blitz as a flex pick just to keep the roamers distracted while plant is going down if we are in a 5v5 last 15 seconds if we want. Okay? Demos and blitz are flex options. Yeah?
Alright, we'll get the kills clearing together, boys.
Alright.
Doing good at that.
Pair the cheese, boys.
Our clears have been good.
Yeah, don't give any cheese picks. Just play full default, play our strengths,
Let's
play
go,
the
boys.
plant. Yeah.
Yep.
No more kill plays, yeah? Let's go.
So honestly, I don't care what I said in the timeout. The problem is that I called the timeout. Why? Because the entire first half of the game, they only ran kitchen, tea, and office. And with our attacks being so strong on Skyscraper, honestly, we could have won another one of those attacks. The problem is that timeout gave them their coach. And their coach made them go the 4th bomb site on this map, which is Master Bedroom. So as you can see, we were very uncomfortable attacking it. We get completely flanked at the beginning of the round, and overall, we just get decimated this round. We're very, we look very poor in attacking this site, and just a very awful timeout placing out of us, when really we had the upper hand. We had the more strategical depth on this map attacks-wise, and I gave them their coach, right? Then the problem isn't what I said in my timeout. The problem is I gave them their coach, when without my timeout, we would have probably had the upper strategical hand. But despite the mistakes, I ended up learning a lot of lessons from this game, especially in this last round right here, where they went house again. Matt ends up calling a really beautiful push where we rush to the breach, we throw smokes down, and we plant the smokes. And then it looks like the round is pretty much unlosable from us, but we make a lot of mistakes in kind of being over aggressive in the post plant, and because of that, they're able to get all the picks back onto us, and we're just gonna lose, and we're just going to lose the round off of that and lose the entire game. I also want to highlight this defensive round earlier in the match, where as you can see, at 1 minute, we have shot all their drones, right? At this point in the map, but we get too active, and we just lose all our bodies just by over swinging, over peeking over and over, and moving too much, even though they're taking a million years to do things, and we lose that round as well. But we learned a lot of lessons after the game, most notably in the post-loss speech that I gave. I don't want to put too much focus on myself, because I think, everyone puts an equal amount of effort. It's a team thing. We all did it together. here, but I do think this speech was very poetic and almost like an anime in leading up to how we performed in this second game against FaZe in quarterfinals to make top 4 in the world. And to kind of highlight the out-of-game role I play as a coach in giving my players speeches and debriefs after our games, after our losses, to pump them back up. Take a listen.
Beautiful scene. That's our fucking, we know our ceiling now, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Like, we are the best fucking team in the world. Like no fucking joke. Yeah? No joke. That's what we can be. Easily. We had control of every single round. Yeah? The tiny, it's just one concept. It's so simple. Attack and defense, just know when to rat, right? Post plant on attack, just rat. I don't care. No one fucking push shit. Against fast teams, against slow teams, just rat. No matter what. Play the clock. Yeah? And on defense, like that gap, one round we got 10 drones. We got 10 drones, and Gav said, boys, just rat, and none of us ratted. And we all just died to like outside, right? So just rat. There's no one to rat on attack and defense, like especially against slow teams like on defense. Yeah? Late round they have no info, crippled their info game. Like once we get 8, 9, 10 drones, everyone rat, and one of us is about to get a 3K. Yeah? So that's it. It's simple. It's that one concept that's a missing piece, the final puzzle piece, and then boom. We're nasty. I'm so fucking proud of you. Yeah, I'm so fucking proud of you. That was a beautiful game. We played that game fucking fantastic. Yeah. Peace goes on 3, boys. 1, 2, 3. Peace out. Fucking go, boys.
Come on, boys.
Back to that.
And so I told the boys, just rat. And I mean, look what Gunner does in the next game against FaZe and quarterfinals. It's just poetry in motion, honestly. I mean, just look at that. And we won this game off so many plays just like that. So I'm really proud of the out of game stuff. I hope could be highlighted right there. I really think, even a simple concept like that could play such a big role in, pushing tournament performance and whatnot. And if you want to hear the timeout from that game, FaZe called it after the very first or second round, I believe. A pure, panic timeout. And this time I learned my lesson. I learned not to overestimate how much they adjust. Just take a listen to the timeout.
Rounds,
Fucking
both times,
go!
they are fucking shaking, boys. In their
Yeah,
fucking
listen
boots.
to Fett. Listen to Fett.
Go with the anchor. Yeah, start staircases except for our VIP guy. Okay? VIP guy do not start staircases and just shoot drones and waste time. All right. I want 2 fake spawn peaks. Just don't go for a kill. Yeah, top floor fake spawn peak just to slow them down. Okay. The biggest thing is you're gonna take all of first one really fast. So I want us to do our anchor. I just want us to delay as much fucking time as possible.
Fett, can I do a real spawn peak?
No,
This is
I have
pretty
a
safe.
good spawn
If
kill.
you
I have
want-
a
yeah,
very
if
good spawn
it's
kill.
good,
If
then
you
do
guys
it.
have spawn kills, I get full
good.
permission.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
whole
do the
fucking
I'm gonna do the
let's
red all jump out and then drop small.
When
you
you
know,
run,
like,
yo, listen. When you run back, mining or reading, play someone below. Okay, play someone
Alright,
below.
so, yo,
It's a trend. Okay.
who can pick garage door with me? Just a bait. I need a bait. Yeah, I need a garage door bait.
So I learned from my mistake of overestimating them, thinking that they're going to adjust everything. We're going to run back the exact same strat. We're going to fake some spawn peaks to slow them down because that's a team that just takes, 2 million years. And that's literally exactly what happened in this kitchen round right after the timeout was called. 30 seconds left and they still haven't, entered the building. They're just now, getting into bakery, getting into this part of the map. And they do get man on us. But once again, who's just ratting around? It's Sean again. He gets one. He's in a 1v2 situation. Plant's going down. He's just looping around, throwing him for a loop. And because, they are such low on time, we're able to just get another round win off that. Just stop ratting once again. And eventually, we just dominate these guys on this map. A 7-1 performance. Victory from a team at one point that was one of the most feared cafe teams in the world, and also who people thought were the best team in the world. And yeah, we made it through quarters, we eventually made it to the semis, we beat Liquid, and then we made it to the grand finals, and we beat Shaiko and BDS to become the best team in the world. So yeah, that's the video. Obviously there's a lot more that goes into this than just timeouts. There's lots of scripts outside of the game. We learned many strats. One of the reasons why I learned not to call a timeout at times, to not give them their coach, even if we were starting to lose and slip, was because we had that many strats prepared outside of the game, and knowing giving them their coach would be giving them a strat that I knew we'd had more answers than them on if I didn't give them, myself even, or their coach, right? But I hope that they give some insight on a coach's role within the game itself, obviously, but the game plan I give them, the prep I give them before the game and after the game right now might be leaking a bit too much, but I know my timeout style is, not that unique, but I would say is not going to, detriment the team right now by making a video on it, because, they have a new coach now, and that guy definitely, he'll call his own style of timeouts, right? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you gave this some insight on Siege Esports, and, sub to my channel if you love this content. I love you guys so much, and yeah, peace out. Mwah.